When are you going to realize that you cannot read about it? You cannot watch it or just simply daydream about it? What's going on, everyone? Listen, I need to call you out on something today because I see way too many of you making this same mistake over and over again. You're watching this video right now, probably with 47 other tabs open, a podcast queued up next, and 3 self-help books sitting on your nightstand. And you know what? That's exactly your problem. But stick with me because what I'm about to tell you is going to completely flip your perspective on success. The problem? Here's the harsh truth nobody wants to hear. You are an over-intelligent underachiever. Yeah, I said it. You know so much stuff. You could probably teach a masterclass on productivity. You know every single habit from Atomic Habits by heart. You can quote Gary Vee in your sleep. But here's the kicker. You do absolutely nothing with all that knowledge. And while you're sitting there consuming your 15th podcast episode about entrepreneurship this week, there's someone out there who knows maybe 20% of what you know, but they're absolutely crushing it. They're building businesses, they're getting in shape, they're making moves. But because they just do stuff. When are you going to realize that you cannot read about success? You can't watch another YouTube video and magically become successful. You can't have a podcast give you a step-by-step blueprint and suddenly have your life figured out. All the learning that you really want to do is learned by doing, right now in the real world. The reality check. Let me paint you a picture. There are people out there, maybe your friends, maybe strangers on social media, who are running absolute laps around you right now. And it's not because they're smarter. It's not because they have some secret knowledge you don't have. It's because they just do stuff. They launch that imperfect business idea. They post that cringy first YouTube video. They start going to the gym even though they don't know every exercise. And yeah, they fail sometimes. But here's what happens when they fail. They learn from those failures and then do more stuff. And eventually, they get to where they want to be 10 times faster than you. Because while they're out there learning from real-world experience, you're still reading about how to do push-ups instead of getting on your hands and actually doing push-ups. You see the difference? The context problem. And here's another thing. All those generalized pieces of advice that you see on social media, that you hear on podcasts, that you read in books, they're generalized. What actually matters is the context. Your specific situation, your challenges, your circumstances. You will never have the wisdom to apply that knowledge in the right context without the experience of living it and doing it first. This is why you can read Atomic Habits 7 times in a row, and I know some of you have done this, and still be confused about why you're not successful. It's because you're not doing enough. You're trying to perfect the theory before you ever test it in practice. But life doesn't work that way. Wisdom comes from experience, not from consumption. The solution. So here's what you need to do, and I need you to really listen to this part. Stop consuming and start creating. Stop learning and start doing. I promise you, and I mean this with every fiber of my being, you are one consistent year away from completely changing your entire life. But that year has to be filled with action, not more learning. Not more podcasts, not more books, not more YouTube videos. You already know enough to get started. You've got the knowledge, now you need the experience. Pick one thing, just one thing that you've been learning about for months. Maybe it's starting a side business, maybe it's getting in shape, maybe it's learning a new skill. Stop researching it and start doing it. Today. Right now. After this video ends. Call to action. I want you to tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you're going to stop learning about and start doing this week? Hold yourself accountable. And if this video called you out in a way that you needed to hear, smash that like button and subscribe because I'm going to keep giving you the real talk that you need to actually change your life. Remember, you don't need more information. You need more action. Stop consuming, start creating. Stop learning, start doing. I'll see you in the next one.